And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing FortressCraft Evolved. Well, are we ready to charge this thing? I took out the freeze on. I want to see this thing charge 600,000 power per second. But we can't do that for very long, because I need to start dumping freeze on into all of these in order to negate, death. So, zero charge, starting at fresh 0. So let's, by my calculations, we'll take 34 fuel rods to charge this thing, because 100 million power, and we're doing it at 3 million of power each. It's about 33 1/3, but with this first round, this first sort of burst of power at the beginning, I'm thinking we're going to need less. So hopefully I do this and not explode this whole area, because if any of these explode, this whole area will be gutted. I mean, we're talking a very large radius around here. So let's get this started. Hopefully we don't blow anything up. So 1, 2, 3. We get those errors, and we get 600,000 power per second. Pretty much exact, right on the money. And it's going to climb to, well, yeah, almost exactly. So we have 40 seconds left. Let's get the freeze on started. I want to start cooling this stuff off. And so now our power per second will drop to 300,000. But we're safe. We're not going to be exploding anytime soon. So 300 power per second, 300,000 power per second. Anybody remember how fast we were charging it before? I think we were charging it at about 50,000 power per second. So we are, you can see how fast this thing is going up. We're already at 25%. An immense amount of power, an absolutely immense amount of power. So every tick, we get five game ticks per second. So every tick, we are putting 60,000 power into this machine. And you can kind of verify that. You can see that first 1 after all the zeros goes from 1 to 7. So it's definitely going up. It's definitely going up 60,000 power per second. We're already at 35%, and we've only used 4 of the fuels. So we might need an extra one in each one of these. It's hard to judge with that first burst of power just how much we're going to need. So I'm going to put one more. I'm going to use Control T in each one of these and put one more. So that's an even 33. And then maybe one in the middle for 34. We shouldn't really need that one, but that'll top it off if we do. So yeah, we're 300,000 power per second even. Crazy. We're already at 50%. 3 minutes in, we're already at 50%. So yeah, the person who suggested I charge this thing with reactors, way to go, because that probably is one of the fastest charges I've ever done of this thing. So I'm gonna go grab the orbital bombardment block here. It's in one of these. There it is, orbital strike controller. And the wasps are just about to be done. I kind of want to get done with this, just because, you know, this thing is I mean, the mobs use quite a lot of CPU time. So the other thing I kind of want to do is turn off the processing of missiles. So yeah, I want to turn that off. And likewise, the copper can go away as well. And the gold can also go away. So I'm gonna just take that away here. Take this whole system And that way, you know, the missiles that are crafting, everything will sort of die as the missiles are crafted, and use some of those missiles. That way I'm not wasting a whole lot of stuff in here. And turn off the biomass as well. Actually, let's turn off biomass way back here, because we don't really need it in here anywhere. I'm not even sure where we grab the biomass from. Oh, it's this line here. So let's actually turn this off at the source right here. So any biomass that's used will slowly drain out of the system. Granted, we probably need to add a little bit of iron to that system, but I want to use as many of those missiles as possible. And we are at 92%. We're at 6 minutes for the episode right now, and this thing is almost charged. 94, 95. And are we going to have enough power? I do believe, yeah, we got 1 left in there, 2 in there, and 1 in there. So yeah, we'll have plenty of power left over. I'm going to actually grab, oh no, they all pulled the last ones out. And there are power per second drops. We are at 100%, 6 minutes, 30 seconds in. That thing is charged. Alright, this looks like our biomass is depleting. But do we have... I might need to re-enable iron, just because this is all sort of part of the same system. You know, biomass, the empty canisters, copper, the gold. It's all part of the same system. But I have hoppers in here, so that gives us a little bit more. And of course, we've got a ton of missiles in the backlog. Absolutely massive amount in here. So it would take quite a lot. Let's bump up our threat level, just because this is kind of the end of this process, and this will really bump our threat level way up, because we've been sitting at 20,000 for quite some time, and now we're going to be increasing that even more. I might even add a couple more agitators on that, just to give us a little more oomph into our system. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 more of these. This is going to be an unbelievable amount of threat. Hopefully I have enough power gen to accommodate these extra ones. Let's see what happens with power as all of these click on. Okay, they're all on. It looks like I do have a net gain, a very slight net gain, but I do have it. And now we are at plus 36,000. We should be higher. Let's see, plus 36,000. That's, I have 18 of those. Yeah, I'm not sure what the math comes out. 20,000. So yeah, our attack. So our threat will go from 20,000 to 56,000. 56,000 in the next attack. That's a lot of threat. Holy cow. 56,000 threat? Holy moly. That's nuts. I kind of want to see this thing just skyrocket. After it spawns all of these, because it's still spawning based on the 20,000 threat. It won't reset that. Oh, thanks progression. Appreciate that. It won't reset until those are all spawned. But when it does, when we do get attacked, the plus 90 mob bonus, those will mostly be bosses. So we'll get unbelievable number of bosses coming at us. But that'll use quite a significant amount of missiles, because at 56,000 threat, I'm assuming we're going to be... Those bosses will probably have over 1 million health. That's what I'm guessing. Now I'm just picking up bug parts right and left. So maybe to supplement this, let's grab the stingers that we've got and drop them in right in this one. This is a bigger stinger chest that I put in here. So this will use some of those stingers and help us survive a little bit more. Yeah, we are running low. That's 700 stingers is not going to do us very well. So I'm going to add a little bit more. Where was it? Right here. A few more ingredients. And just let this build back up a little bit. Because we have a lot of that stuff ready to go. So I'm going to take that away. Looks like... Not sure where the end is. Is this the end? Yeah, that's the end. Boy, we've used a lot of biomass in the last couple minutes. But that threat level should have now hit the max. Oh no, it's still climbing fast. Doesn't look like it's going to actually hit the 56,000 mark before the attack. That's strange. Usually it climbs a lot faster. Usually it zips right up there. Look at that. Killed 67,000 mobs in 2,400 waves and only lost once. And that one loss was actually on purpose. So, you know, if I were more diligent, I wouldn't have lost at all, and it would have been my first game without a loss. But I wanted to test out the important CPH mutator, and I'm glad I did, because that showed off a bug. It didn't drain any of the Mark IV batteries that we had, so I reported that to the developer. So hopefully he patches things up with that. And there we go, 41,000 threat. Unfortunately, it didn't max out. That's weird. I would have assumed that would have just gone crazy. But that should use the rest of everything that we've got here. And we've got quite a lot. We have a ton of missiles left. And a lot of plasma missiles as well. So let's see, in here, do we have... Well, we're getting some armor piercings. Got a couple in there. I thought this was a little faster. Oh, 4 seconds. Oh, it's using up the plasma missiles that we've been crafting for armor piercing missiles, which is good. But with this extra mob, with that plus 90 mobs, oh, it's going to be crazy. So, what are we at? 30 bosses already? 32 bosses. And now our threat is at 56,000. I don't know what the delay was there. But maybe, I don't know what this attack is. I don't know what the threat is of this attack. I don't know what it worked out to be. But Spider Bro isn't helping us at all anymore. By design. Because I want him parked away from where he can cause some damage. So yeah, we got a lot of bosses to clear out here. Ooh, look at all the bug parts over here. Wow, look at them all. Why am I not getting any? Is this because it's just not loaded into memory? Look at them all over here. Bug parts. I'm glad I came over here. Look at all these beacons that are waiting. Yeah, it's probably they probably weren't loaded into memory, and that's why the beacons didn't have anybody coming at us. So yeah, now we've got Falcors working their magic over here. So as soon as they loaded into memory, the Falcors jumped on it, and I've got a bunch of bug parts I got to get rid of, which tells me also I don't have enough space. Look at the bosses coming in. Holy cow. I wish I could look at them and actually see how much health they have, because they're just spawning in like crazy. And we're gonna put the orbital strike controller right in here. Right snuggled right up to this guy. I'm not gonna set it off. I want these waves to come through. I want to use some more of these missiles. Look at the bugs. Let's get a bird's eye view of this here. Ooh, there's a bug part right there, although a little less useful. I've got so many of the pristine glands. That is quite the tour de force coming at us. Maybe one more wave, and then I'll set that off. So what are we at now? Oh, we're already done with all of the waves. But again, I'm not sure if that was actually the full 56,000 threat attack. Oh, I'd like to say it was, but I mean, we definitely got the mob bonus. We definitely got the plus 90 mob bonus. That's hard to determine that. I'm also building some more lightweight PCBs just for crafting purposes. 742 more of those babies. I did build the second layer down in the toxic caves of the centrifuges, so we've got a full 20 of those things working down there now. 20,000 power per second those things use. Alright. So are we... Ooh, look at the lasers going. Yeah, that was a lot of heavies, but our lasers chew through those pretty fast. Bosses look like they're taken care of. How many missiles do we have left? I don't think we have too many. We are out of biomass, but we had plenty stored away. Yeah, those are all empty. What did we run out of? Oh, let's not stand right there. So we used all our biomass, but not anything else. So let's... Gold, you know, I can macerate a lot of this stuff. Right in there. Right up there. Get a little bit of extra just to use the rest of the... Because we've got, let's see, 200 in there, 200 in there. Plenty of composite fuel to go around. Of course, I could also use that for Hodors if I ever re-enable that system. So there we got a little bit of extra missiles coming in. So let's see. The attack should have started. Oh yeah. Here we go. And look at all of the enemies. Crazy. So now that the attack started, I think what I'm going to do is take that corner out. Look at that, 75 spawn on each one. Doesn't look like it's making too many bosses though. It looks like mostly mob. Mostly the small ones. Yeah, let's get rid of some of these bug parts. Okay, so 4 of those, 8 of those, 1 of those, 5 of those. 5 of the massives. 6 of those. Some of those. Some of those. Okay, all those bug parts I picked up are good to go. Time to take out the last corner. Whoa. 750,000. Boom. Love it. Love the destruction. Missiles are so cool. Okay, let's press E. Bombardment is on the way. I'm going to take these away. And maybe even this one over here. That's why I wanted to empty out my inventory. The low orbit ion cannon had a much less time to travel over to here. It's going to take out quite a lot of trees in this process. And who knows what else. There might even be a hive underneath. I don't even know. I don't like getting too close to the overmines. But yeah, this is the last corner. Taking out. And there we go. The overmind is dead. And the few bugs that are on the way should absorb some of those missiles that we've got. At least hopefully they do. Where's my giant hole? Goodbye. There it is. Ta-da! All done. Yeah, all these drops, these are all the wood that was destroyed. It's funny. Lots of wood. Let's not get too close. There we go. A little too close. That's okay. We gathered up a bunch of stuff. Oh, yeah, we got more bug parts to drop off here. So now we can focus on fighting the cryo without the issue of the added CPU expense of constant mobs coming at us, which will really help once these are cleared out. So I'm going to let these guys clear out and pick it up next episode where we're going to tackle some other things. I need to gather up all these reactors because we're going to use these in other places. So these should have a little bit of power. Actually, no, they dumped it all into the OET. Interesting. All these are empty, and we only have 96 power in the OET. How about that for some math? Wow, that worked out perfectly. Amazing. So gather up all the Freezon. And I'll tear all this stuff down. And we'll pick it up next episode. So, thank you for watching. And I will see you next time.